We were going to be joined by Danny Dyer then, but we sort of biffed him off to get Usain on. But I'm delighted to say we've now got Danny Dyer alongside. Danny, without sounding like Davina McCall, we are live. Please do not swear.
Don't worry, Danny, don't worry. And I understand the Usain Bolt thing. I mean, you got to elbow me for Usain. I mean, what a specimen of a man.
Benny and I were just talking in the break. Is that possibly the biggest name you could ever have on talkSPORT?
I think it's up there, isn't it?
Well, Michael Jordan would be level.
Messi,
Ronaldo, but that's it, right?
I mean, the fastest man on the planet.
Ever.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a thing, isn't it? And look, just looking at him, I'm just in awe of him, you know. I don't want him running towards me, though, at Soccer Aid.
You jump on his back. I bet
you only better do that, end.
How are you, Dan? Are you all right?
Very well, sir. I feel very vulnerable today and
why?
Slightly emotional. Well, because
because of last night?
Yes, because of last night.
Okay, before we
mate.
talk about that,
yes.
Congratulations on becoming a granddad.
Thank you very much, mate. They're beautiful.
What was that like?
Oh, it's incredible, mate. I just didn't think I could love a man anymore. You know, he's and it's always a weird thing because it's your daughter, you know, and they fall in love with people you don't usually like, and she brought home Jared Bowen. And
who do you love more, the grandkids or that goal we scored last night?
I think I love Jared more than than my own wife. And I'm a bit jealous of my daughter, actually. No, I couldn't have written a better script, to be honest with you. It was a bit of a tricky game, but you know, we went 1-0 up, and that was amazing. And of course, they nicked that nutty little goal. Really, I mean, I don't know. He had 3 touches against when it was in the net, and I thought, oh no, here we go. I'm a West Ham fan. I'm used to heartbreak. And then, of course, the 90th minute, he gets slipped through. It was his first touch.
Great ball.
Mm-hmm. It was his first touch, took him away, and I sobbed my heart out.
How was your nerves watching it, Dan? Because I know when it's your team, you can't relax. You relaxed last night.
All over the place. Although it's West Ham, I'm used to a heartbreak, and I just know how much it means to us as fans, and you know, for the player, because I've got an insight now into the, you know, how the players feel, and you know, for Jared as well, he was saying that, you know, when's this going to happen again? When am I going to get another final? It's very rare. Mm. You don't realise, you know, unless you're playing for the big clubs. So, you know, they took it very seriously, and I know how much they want. He doesn't get nervous, Jared. It's interesting. He don't really watch himself back. I always say to him, "You watch Match of the Day, don't watch it." So I'd love it. I'd watch it, but he was nervous yesterday.
You've obviously spoke to him since.
Yeah, he's all good.
Was it yesterday or this morning? When did you last speak to him?
This morning.
And what was he saying?
Well, it was all a fend up, mate. When they don't it, you know what I mean? So I was off me nut. I know it was a mad one. You know, it was a lot of tears over my house.
Were you watching at home? Who's there?
Watching indoors. A few of my pals and their kids come over. It's a family thing. We're a family club. Mm. You know, we're not known for being a family club, but we are.
Let me just sorry. I don't know if you're aware of it. We weren't aware of it because we've been here all day. Yeah. And then we haven't been listening to talkSPORT because we've been, you know, getting ready for this, and I've been training and so on.
Yeah, go on.
But I don't know if you're aware, but David Sullivan was on this morning and has said that Declan Rice, that was his last game.
Yeah, I heard it,
what
mate.
do you make of that?
Well, it's a shame, mate, isn't it? It's awful. I just can't imagine him in another shirt. You know, it's just like I've sort of been there from the beginning of his journey. You know what I mean? And he loves the club, but we just won a trophy. Now, you know, he wants trophies. He got one. So where's he going? I can't see him in an Arsenal shirt. I just can't see it. Won't suit him. I mean, think about it.
You don't bet his Arsenal, right?
Yeah, of course I do, yeah.
Do you know what? Let me ask you a question, Dan, because throughout the season, like it's been up and down, it's been up and down. And
it's been mostly down. Let's have it right.
Yeah, okay, it's been mostly down. And a lot of people, we had a lot of West Ham fans come on probably in the middle of the season saying, we've had enough, Moyes has got to go. Now, I think he's done a phenomenal job at West Ham. He's now won a European Cup.
Yes,
where does that put him?
He's won a European Cup. Come on.
Where does that put him? And what are your thoughts on David Moyes now? Has it never changed?
Well, I think he gets stick because of of his style of play. But actually, as a West Ham fan, what he's brought to us, I've never seen it in my lifetime. And I think with Europe, 3 seasons on the spin. I mean, we know what we're about, West Ham. We don't want to punch above our weight. But I think I love him, Moyes. I love what he's about. I think the players love him. I think that sometimes it's frustrating watching it. Of course it is, and I think he's very defensive minded, and I think, but it works. It's worked. So I love him. I don't know what the future holds. I mean, where's he going to go? And also, who do we get in?
See, and that's the question I said to you yesterday. Is that it's all well and good them saying, right, we'll part ways. Who do you get that's going to be better than him? And also for him, where does he go that's better than West Ham?
Yeah, I don't know whether does he? I hope he doesn't leave. I think we've got to keep hold of him. I mean, it's going to be very different without Declan Rice. But listen, he done his interview last night. He said he loves the club. He's got 2 years left. And that was coming out of his mouth. Now, obviously, Sullivan, he's a strange old cat, and he's Sullivan. He's, I mean, I do love him, and I think, running around in a velvet jacket when he laughs. But he says it as look. He says it how it is. He offered him 200 bags a week. He said no to it, but that was then. This is now. I mean, I think I may shed some tears when he leaves. Actually.
Do you know what, Dan? You're probably better equipped to answer this than when I asked you yesterday. When you look at what Mark Noble did for West Ham, I mean, he is Mr. West Ham. That's his nickname, Mr. West Ham. And then you look at what Declan Rice has done now. Yeah. Because Declan Rice has lifted the European Cup or a European Cup. Yeah. Does that automatically then put him above Mr. West Ham?
Well, I just think of what Mark Noble's done. It's about integrity, and he's a one-club man. You don't see it no more. And I think that Declan Rice, he's not a West Ham supporter. I know he loves the club and everything. I think he's a Chelsea fan. I know his old man's a Chelsea fan. He's his agent, isn't he? But so it's very different. Mark Noble was brought up round the corner from me. He walked the same streets as I walked. You know what I mean? He's a Canning Town kid. And that's why we've got the love for him, because, he really is Mr. West Ham. So I don't think it's about being Mr. West Ham. Is Rice a better player? Yes. I mean, what Rice has achieved and what he's become since he got that England call-up, because let's have it right, no one was talking about Declan Rice before his England call-up, and it's just made him go on to this new level of, there's no player like him. So if he is going, then we want serious readies. I don't want to be no 70 mils, 80 mils.
Go on, how much is he worth?
Well, I think if Jude Bellingham, who's unbelievable, by the way, what this kid's done from a young age to go to Germany and crack it, and now he's going Real Madrid. So I think I hear different reports, but I think he's worth
just short of 90 with add-ons.
I think it's 115 total.
Right, that's right. He's got to have the add-on. So 115 mil. So what's Rice? He's got to be 100, isn't he? Got to be 100, surely. Yeah. I can't see Arsenal paying it.
Let me ask you. We're off air at 7. We've got you for another 2 hours.
I don't think you want me for 2 hours because I don't think I can not swear for 2 hours.
I want you for another 15 minutes. Is that all right?
I mean,
okay, we're going to have a quick break because we are live at Soccer Aid, the training. Just quickly, how was it? You and I are on the same team.
Yeah,
you enjoyed it?
Wasn't it? Yeah, I did enjoy it. It a moment. Anyway.
Fantastic, yeah.
A moment, running around with the phone on the pitch and, Cahill and Wilshere. He's good still, Wilshere, isn't it?
Yeah. He had it in for me. He kept trying to take
Yeah,
my
I did
well.
notice that.
I'm glad you did.
He was trying to mug you off, wasn't he?
Thank you, yeah. He didn't know. I nutmegged him. We're going to have...
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.